This is D at the New Breed School of Wrestling, and I'm here to talk to Danny Chance, head trainer and co-owner. And he told me he wanted to do something. I'm not sure. Before we do the interview, is Chance around? What's up? Oh, shit.
You've been talking crap, brother.
That's right. Oh, God. Oh, God.
That wasn't good. I don't like that.
You're getting more son.
Yes. Now what, Chance?
You got the better of me.
Student became the teacher. This is Jersey, baby.
That's
How you doing? Not good.
Welcome to the New Breed School of Wrestling.
What's going on? It's your boy D from DNC Digital, back with another episode of DNC TV. Here I am at the New Breed School of Wrestling grand opening here in McAllen, and head trainer slash co-owner, Mr. Danny Chance. Danny, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for coming out.
So I gotta know, because I personally want to know this. How long has this idea been going on?
Since October of 2019, and then it was just the month of January that the ball started going. Like, it's just like snowball, boom, and then I didn't know it. Like, oh, we signed contracts. We own this facility. Straight to that, filing for our LLC, so we get our business license out. Get sponsors. Like, this was donated to us right here for free, donated by one of our sponsors. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Cruz. We appreciate it so much. It's beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
A 9x9. 9x9. So yeah, like, this is just like it just started going. You know, after contracts and sponsors, it was get the water bill, get the electricity, get the meter like set up. It was just like a lot of little things. You're like, I didn't know all of that was necessary. You know.
Was it overwhelming for you?
I mean, because it's me, my brother Ray Knight, and my wife Demay. Like, at one point, maybe like one of us was like, and then the other two stepped up. You know. So like, maybe at one point, I was like, we should not do it. But then like they stepped up, and then like my wife was like, I don't know, and then we stepped up. So it was just like working with each other. Like, did I ever think, or did we all ever think, like, let's just not do it? No, but more like, it's so much work. Like, we have to wake up early. We have to go to, City McAllen. We have to go to town hall or whatever. So stuff like that, like, yeah. But I mean, stress, yes. Give up, no.
The end justifies the means with you.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So you've been wrestling for about 8 or 9 years.
9 years. This February's our my 9-year mark.
That's
right there.
awesome.
Yeah.
I was there when you won the ladder match to win the South Texas Championship, or the Grand Warrior. Do you remember that one?
Wait.
Was it the Grand Warrior or the South Texas? Yeah, I remember you were.
Yeah, Grand
You
Warrior.
were your Grand Warrior.
Grand Warrior, yeah.
You were introduced as Rookie of the Year, which means at 17.
So that's South Texas then.
South Texas. Okay.
That's South Texas, yeah.
So that means that at a tender age of 17, you were already impressing people. Now, at this stage of your career, anybody who knows Danny Chance, you're already going on to Mississippi. You're going on to other
Louisiana,
states.
Yep.
You've All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I tried it for All Japan. I tried it for Evolve and WWN. Yeah.
So now let me ask you: at this stage of your career, somebody even like me, I'd be like, "Let's go. How far can I go?" Why are you stopping at least that part of your career to now teach other students?
I'm not stopping it. I'm still traveling. Next week, I'm going to Florida again, and that's why I have a group of trainers to like, hey, I'm gonna keep traveling. I need you to hold the fort while I'm out there. But like
to open the school though, want to now develop other people.
But because like the value, like so the quality of wrestling here can be so much greater and better. Compare value wrestling to San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Mississippi, Louisiana. Compare our wrestling to the quality of wrestling you see elsewhere. there's a big difference.
Okay.
Okay, so when I'm here in the valley, I give my all, and then I go over there, and it's like I don't have to. It's not just giving my all. It's I have to step up.
Okay.
There's a difference. It's like, oh, I'm here. I'm gonna go 110%. That's good and all, and the fans react because I'm here. I'm comfortable. Big fish, little pond. You go to San Antonio, little fish, big pond.
Right.
And that's what it's all about. There's a difference between like, hey, going 100% and then stepping up to the plate. When you're out there, when I'm traveling to New Texas Pro Wrestling or BIW, if I'm going to ECW in Florida, like I have to step up my game. I'm not there trying to, I'm here, I can just, do whatever. I have to be like, I gotta try out this new move, I gotta do this, I gotta impress the fans, I gotta do flips, whatever I can think of to draw them in, and so I can keep coming back. As for the promoter in the back saying, that kid's good, bring him back. The fans say, hey, I want that guy to come back because he's good. That's the whole thing about stepping up.
People don't realize that there's no off season
Yeah.
for wrestling. Now, tell me about the sacrifice you have to make every week, whether it be your body, personal relationships, to follow this dream of yours.
Yeah, so beginning, my wife, when we were in our relationship, I would not take her to the shows or anything. I would just like, hey, the out of town shows. I would just travel with like Danny Ramones or with some buddies, whatever, and get my foot in the door. And then once I see that, hey, I'm established here, hey, come on, come along,
Okay.
The reason for it is because you're not really supposed to take your girlfriends or boyfriends, whoever your significant other backstage. And then, but on top of that, there's like certain places like, hey, you don't bring anyone in for free. Even if you have merch, you don't bring anyone in for free. You work your own merch table. Let's just say there's some that say, hey, during intermission, that's for you to sell your merch. Okay, so that's when you go out there and do it. Or, hey, I have my wife out there, or my girlfriend out there, my boyfriend out there, they sell my merch during intermission. Like, no, you have to be out there. They pay their way in, and then they work. It's like, So there's that. You have to get like the clearance, basically. It's hard with work. I always suggest finding a place where you love to work there. One, love to work there. Two, they're flexible, you know where I work.
I do. Yeah.
So they always help me out. They always give me the days off. I requested two weeks ago, the 15th and 16th off. Got it,
Whenever you say that you're a fan of wrestling, or even in your case, sometimes you say, I am a wrestler, you probably get a couple chuckles, a couple looks up and downs. How does your job or even personal friends, how do they react when they know that you are a wrestler?
They just know, at my shoot job, they're like, hey, if anything happens, just drop kick someone. I'm like, I will. I don't, they know, hey, they the managers or whoever, the bosses, they're like, oh, don't mess around DC. I'm like, y'all just call me Danny here. Don't calm down. Just call me Danny. But they see me on YouTube, or I'll show up on their cousins or friends or aunts or uncles Snapchat or whatever. They'll see me and they're like, hey, I saw you on Snapchat, or I saw you on Facebook. Someone was Facebook living you. I seen it. I was like, oh, really? That's cool, Or the weirdest one I got was I was in Abilene last year, and one of my coworkers has family up there, so I went to go see the show, and they didn't know I was beyond that, and then they saw me, hey, I saw you in Abilene. I was like, where would you drive 8 hours up to Abilene? What the hell were you doing? Yeah. No. My cousin saw you wrestling, and I saw her Snapchat. I was like, oh, that's what's up.
That's cool.
There you go, yeah.
Now you got little kids coming up to you after shows, and we were all little kids looking up to somebody as our hero, and you look at them like giants and titans. Oh, what do you see in that kid's eyes when they say, I want a picture, I want your autograph?
It's just pure joy, man. They're excited, there's pure joy and there's pure excitement, and then there's just there's not that. They have that pureness in them because they're children, they're pure. They're just like, and I'm like, what I do, man? Come over here, take a picture. And then plus, when you're a kid, everything's even like we see each other for who we are, but as a kid, everything's bigger.
Right.
Like, oh, this wrestling ring is huge. That's a 20 by 20 or 18 by 18, oh my God, that guy's big. Oh, he's only 6 foot tall. But they're short, To them, they can't see over the counter at McDonald's. So, of course, to them, 6 foot is tall,
So who was the giant for you when you were a kid? Who was that guy that was Danny Chance's hero?
I mean, I always looked up to Jeff Hardy. I told you that. Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
I've always said Jeff Hardy. I've always looked up to Jeff Hardy. Bret Hart, The Rock and Stone Cold. But I never met any of them as a child. You know, I never went to like, I didn't know. My parents didn't know of like local wrestling in Chicago when I was there. But like, I think when I was 15, that was the first time I met RVD and Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
That's when I popped. I was like, oh snap! And then when Rey Mysterio, he had a little bit of his Red Bull left, he gave it to my sister, and so there we go. CM Punk and Six Flags Great America and Gurney Mills, Gurney over there. That was cool, and that was when he had the long hair and he was doing the.
He was still
ECW.
doing this. Yeah. And he was doing this thing.
Yeah,
I
that's when
remember
I met CM Punk. Oh, Candice Michelle, met her too.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, I met her there. I think there's another one. Kelly, I think she was also at Six Flags because they do their signing autographs and there. So
Right.
oh, Hurricane Helms. There you go. It was
that's a cool
RVD, and Rey Mysterio, Hurricane Helms, Shane Helms, you know,
Right.
Candice Michelle, and CM Punk. Those are the five.
You saying you popped for Rey Mysterio and
Yeah,
RVD?
yeah.
Was there ever a match that you were standing in, like a bell was about to ring, and you're like, okay, this is about to go down? Was there ever a moment in
No.
your career that you said, wow, I'm actually? Do you ever get to step back and actually?
But see, it happened to me in the ring.
Right.
In the ring, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, whoa, I'm wrestling, you know. And for me, it was Ray Rowe. I was like, I'm wrestling Ray Mother Chicken Rowe, you know.
For those that don't know, Ray Rowe was
Eric.
part of War Machine, and
Yeah.
now he moved on to become Eric, right?
Yeah, Eric Zeb.
Eric and the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, the
because they were the
Viking
War
Raiders,
Raiders in NXT, and now they
Yeah.
are Viking Raiders. So you wrestled them about 5 times. You mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And
3, 4, 5 times, yes. Yeah.
including a tag team match with your brother.
Yes.
So that must have been cool because
It
now
was
you and your
cool.
brother can sit on the couch and see them
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, we got to wrestle them."
Yeah.
So tell me about that moment that you're about to lock up.
So it was me and Ray, and it was I was a heel, a bad guy at the time, and what was it? We were doing my first title defense against him. Yeah, because we had fought. Him and Cherry Ramones wrestled.
Okay.
And then he won it, and then I cashed in the ammo box. I hit him upside the head with the ammo box, and he was like boing, and just let things his head go flying back that ball head, and I pinned him 1, 2, 3, and I was like, I got the belt. The first title defense I did with him, I was like, oh, I'm about to wrestle Ray Rowe. Like this is legit. It's happening, and it was like an out of body experience because of that match. That first match we did, he got me booked to his promotion when he was running with Jax Dane in Buda, Texas, PWT, Pro Wrestling Texas. Oh, 2014, 15, or whatever, 16
Okay.
it was. They had him and Jax Dane had their own promotion. Wrestling Ray Rowe. How good I was in that match got me booked to wrestle on their shows and against Jax Dane, Shane Taylor. That's where I saw Keith Lee like 5,000 times in the back playing his little Pokemon DS and stuff. So, yeah.
How does it feel for you and people's success and determination when you see people that you've wrestled now on TV doing pay-per-views, doing big shows?
I wrestled Sammy Guevara and look at him on AEW. I'm like, bro, me and Sammy wrestled in a fatal 4-way with Gino and Matt Riot at a Houston show, and the promoter, he literally paid for like a small venue. The ring barely fit, and there's probably like 2 rows on each side, and there was only like 5-10 people there. And he was like, I want to see you do the 630, do the shooting star, Danny, do the front flip outside. I used to do a front flip outside. And Gino was like 22, 21. Like, he was a baby face.
Right.
And he wanted all this stuff. And then, like, we're like, no. So we went out there and we didn't, like, I'm sorry to the promoter. Like, I won't do this ever again. But we just went out there and we just goofed around for about 20 minutes. And yeah, we had a fatal 4. We just goofed around. And Matt hit the People's Moonsault. That was funny.
Oh, Jesus.
Sammy hit the People's Shooting Star. We ended up putting Sammy in the corner and just threw all the chairs because it was empty. These rows were empty. There was only 5-10 people. So we ended up getting 2 rows of chairs and we just piled it on top of him in the corner. And we left him there for about 5 to 10 minutes. And he comes back in and he runs by a schoolboy. And that was Gino, I think, or Matt. And that was the finish.
That was the finish.
That was the finish.
Talk about the people in the stands.
They're all the promoter family.
I've worked with you at Wrestling Revolution.
Yeah.
And you guys go out, whether there's 20 or 200 people.
Yeah.
Now, tell me why is that? Tell me what you guys, as wrestlers, feel about the people in the seats.
Well, first of all, money doesn't just go on treats, so they work for that money. They get that money from their bosses, their jobs. They can choose to pay bills with it, or they pay bills and tax it with it. But they choose to either go to the movies, go to dinner, spend it on food, water for the kids, for themselves, but they chose to spend that money on us, this wrestling show, and to honor their hard work. You know, they work 40 hours a week. You know, we have to honor that. So hey, like, you pay to be here, so we're not gonna give you anything less. It's your hard-earned money that you probably don't even like working at your job. So why am I gonna make your money mean that much less to you? Why am I gonna have that? Why am I gonna let you come, like, not want to come back? Like, I wasted my hard-earned money on a crap show, even if it was just 2 people in the fans. Like, they deserved it, you know.
Let's get back to the school.
Yeah.
You decided to name Matt Riot,
Chris
Austin
Austin
as trainers.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about the trust you have in these guys to help you develop young kids here in
Yo,
wrestling.
so Matt, I mean, I've known Matt for years now. We trained together. So my 9 years, his 9 years, my brother 9 years. We started training together. So Matt, and because, you know, we hanged out and we were all cool and everything. But you know, Matt is like literally the best high flyer in the valley. Backflips, front flips, 450, shooting stars, moonsaults, anything. You know, he's done it. You know, he's done it basically all.
I'm going to stop being an interviewer and tell you that I am a huge fan of Matt Riot, and you especially.
Me too.
Chris Austin, great team to train these young
Yeah.
guys in the valley. So go on about.
So Matt is the best high flyer in the valley. So if I have a student that is good with parkour or acrobats, you know, the best teacher for them is the best one in the valley. So Matt Riot, you're on board. Like, come on, you got to be. And Chris Austin, he's been training for he's been wrestling for about 2 or 3 years. But if in those 2 or 3 years, he's like in Valley, he's blown up.
And he's had a huge year this
And
past
exactly,
year.
Exactly.
And he's done the steel cage match
Yeah,
with King
the
Love.
first ever steel cage match. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. So like he is a guy that you told him one time, gets it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all it takes. And that's the type of quality. Like, he's coachable, and because of that, he grasps it. You know, he can teach it. So if I taught him in one sentence and he gets it, I just imagine what he can tell the guy 10 different ways to say one thing. You know, and he can do that. You know, he has a way with words. He's a way with his knowledge. He's just a sponge. He just takes everything in, and that's why. Him and Rob Love worked so many great matches. That's why I've worked so many great matches with him. Because he just, like, you know, mouth shut and ears open. You know, that's how he works.
I'll tell you a little story about when you were training me. You were teaching us arm drags.
Okay.
Now, it was hard for me to grasp the concept of. Sometimes I played a little stiff, I feel.
Okay.
I can
yeah,
say
well,
that.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Now, you were teaching me arm drags. Now, I don't want to give away too much secrets, but I was just doing it wrong.
Okay.
Now, you were forcefully arm dragging me
Yeah.
across the ring. And you were like, I'm pushing you because this is what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Tell me about the trust you have with your opponent when you have a match and how important it is that you guys take care of each other.
So my thing is always the safety is number one. Breaking the fourth wall, you can edit this out if you want to. That's up to you. I mean, I don't want to get in trouble for it, but we're not here to hurt each other. That's hands down. So my body is in your hands. Your body's in my hands. The worst thing I can do is take advantage of you. This ain't MMA, so I should not be kicking you in the head as hard as I can. That's not in their rules. That's not in ours. You know. So I gotta take care of you. You gotta take care of me. We put our faith in each other. If I'm gonna jump to the outside and it's concrete, I mean, you have to be there. If you're not there, I mean, just there's so many possibilities that can happen. So you have to, like, in training, you break them out of that shell where it's real. You break them out of that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You break them out of
know
that,
exactly
and
what you're
then
talking
that's how they become not too loose, and then not too stiff. And that's where you find that middle ground, and that's where you work on top of that. But you have to break that mold where if it's two one way or two the other way, you find that middle ground, and then that's where the training like truly starts.
What do you want to do for kids out here in South Texas that want to become wrestlers? What is the mission statement of New Breed School of Wrestling?
That's a good question. So we want to provide the best quality of training, the best learning experience, the best knowledge, and the best form of working out, in-ring training, seminars, traveling, and then you as your person, promos, character development, psychology, emotion, selling, how to work the fans, how to work the crowd, to get them to either like you or hate you. I work, and I'm going to teach you on everything that I've known, and I was taught by vets before me, and what I've learned traveling on the roads, road stories, telling things, tricks, and all that. So we want to provide the best quality of training to the Valley to make Valley Wrestling that much greater.
Awesome. And tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Facebook, Danny Chance. I'm the only one. There can only be one.
That guy.
Instagram, Chance Danny, no space. Chance Danny, because they beat me to Danny Chance.
It's okay.
Twitter, Danny_Chance_.
And
New Breed. You can follow us on Facebook, New Breed SOW, and on Instagram, New Breed SOW.
awesome. This one right here. New Breed School of Wrestling here in McAllen, Texas. For everybody who wants to become a professional wrestler in South Texas, everybody come here. He's taught me, so I know a little bit, not too much, but if you want to know more than me and become just as successful as Danny Chance, come here and check it out. Danny, thank you so much
problem,
for all your time. Good luck with everything and congratulations,
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome.